Did you know that at this very moment, invisible forces might be influencing your choices and shaping your destiny? What if these forces were designed to pull you away from your true purpose? Today, we will uncover all the plans of the Antichrist, who acts silently to divert humanity from its divine essence. Are you ready to discover how this directly affects your life? Stay with me until the end of this video, and let's understand how deceptive forces operate in the world, attempting to lead those with a higher mission away from their true essence. This reflection might transform your view of your life's purpose and what's truly at stake in the times we live in. Since ancient times, the concept of the Antichrist has sparked debates and deep reflections about its true nature. However, unlike what many believe, the Antichrist is not limited to a single isolated figure who will emerge in a distant future or at a specific point in history. It is already present, not as an individual, but as a force that is active in the world, deceiving thousands of people and diverting them from their divine purpose. But before we dive into the explanation, I want to know where you're watching from. The connection between us goes beyond these videos, so leave a comment sharing your perspective on the Antichrist. And, of course, if you're not yet subscribed, make sure to join the channel for content made specifically for the chosen ones. The Antichrist is an extremely dangerous force because it operates invisibly, influencing our choices, values, and even beliefs. It manifests through systems and structures that pull us away from our divine essence. Think, for example, about modern society, a system that promotes excessive individualism, rampant consumerism, and an endless pursuit of status. It makes us believe that we are defined by what we have, not by who we are. More than that, the Antichrist works in subtleties. It doesn't need grand events or flashy acts to exert its influence. Often, it manifests in small, everyday decisions, choosing work over family, seeking external validation instead of introspection and spiritual connection, or even accepting lies that feed our ego and insecurities. How does this impact the chosen ones? Precisely because these deceptive forces are designed to mislead those with a greater mission. Once the chosen ones awaken to their true essence, they become prime targets for this energy. They are constantly confronted with temptations that aim to weaken their connection to the divine. These temptations are not always obvious. They sometimes appear as attractive offers, seemingly good opportunities, but ultimately serve to distance them from their purpose. The Antichrist uses fear as its greatest tool. Fear of not being enough, of not achieving material success, of not being accepted. This fear traps us in a cycle of decisions based on insecurity, leading us to build a life founded on illusions. Looking back, we often realize how far we've strayed from what truly matters. Understanding this is fundamental for the chosen ones because their role goes beyond mere resistance. They need to be living examples that it is possible to overcome deceptive forces, not through physical confrontations or external disputes, but through an internal transformation that allows them to act with clarity, courage, and wisdom. This transformation not only strengthens them, but also illuminates the path for others seeking answers in times of confusion and darkness. By recognizing the forces of the Antichrist, the chosen ones must also remain vigilant about the impact of these energies within themselves. Fear, doubt, and ego are not merely external forces. They also reside within each of us as shadows that must be faced and overcome. This is one of the greatest challenges of the spiritual journey. Looking inward, identifying areas where these forces hold power, and working to free oneself from them. Therefore, the true battle is not only against an external system, it begins internally in the direct confrontation with our weaknesses and illusions. Only by winning these internal battles can the chosen ones strengthen themselves to face external forces and at the same time guide others on the path of light. Take a moment now and reflect which areas of your life have been dominated by fear, doubt, or ego. Where do you see the deceptive forces have the most power over you? Recognizing this is the first step to regaining control and aligning with your true spiritual mission. The chosen ones are not defined by external characteristics like appearance, social status, or material achievements. They are identified by something much deeper, a spiritual connection that guides them toward the light, even in the midst of darkness. Being chosen doesn't mean being perfect or immune to difficulties, but having an awakened consciousness and a greater responsibility to live in alignment with the divine purpose. These individuals are not chosen by chance. There is an inner calling that drives them to seek something beyond what the material world can offer. This quest often begins with a deep dissatisfaction with the superficialities of daily life. While many conform to routine and societal values, the chosen ones feel that something is wrong, something that needs to be understood and transformed. This restlessness leads them to a process of self-discovery and spiritual awakening. But the path for the chosen ones is full of challenges. They face internal and external pressures that constantly test their faith, resilience, and determination. The forces of deception attempt to lure them with promises of comfort, security, and validation. But the chosen ones know that these shortcuts are illusions that pull them away from their true mission. A remarkable trait of the chosen ones is their ability to recognize what truly matters. They understand that true happiness does not come from external achievements, but from a profound connection to their divine essence. This doesn't mean they lack ambitions or dreams, but that their goals align with elevated spiritual values, such as compassion, integrity, and service to others. Another important point is that the chosen ones possess a heightened perception of the world around them. They can see beyond appearances, identify patterns of manipulation, and resist the negative influences shaping society. This clarity of vision gives them the ability to discern between truth and falsehood, helping them make decisions aligned with their purpose. However, being chosen is not a solitary mission. They are part of a greater network composed of other awakened souls who share the same responsibility of illuminating the path for humanity. This unity is fundamental, as together they are stronger in facing challenges and catalyzing a collective spiritual transformation. Have you ever felt this inner calling? Have you found yourself questioning the meaning of things and seeking answers beyond what is visible? Perhaps you too are one of the chosen ones, and this is the moment to start listening to that inner voice and discover the role you play in this grand divine plan. Spiritual awakening is the starting point of the journey for the chosen ones. It does not happen suddenly or in a linear fashion, but is a gradual and profound process that requires courage to face both inner shadows and external challenges. It is as if a new vision of the world unfolds, revealing that much more is at stake than meets the eye. This awakening is often triggered by significant events such as personal crises, losses, or moments of deep reflection. For the chosen ones, these events are not merely difficulties, but calls for transformation. They begin to question the truths imposed by society, seek deeper answers, and see the connection between the physical and spiritual realms. At the beginning of the process, there may be a sense of loneliness. The chosen often realize that their worldview is not shared by most people around them. This isolation, however, is temporary. It serves as a phase of self-discovery where the individual learns to listen to their intuition and trust their spiritual connection. As they progress on their journey, they begin to encounter other awakened souls, forming a community of individuals aligned with similar purposes. Along this path, there is also an inevitable confrontation with one's limitations and weaknesses. Spiritual awakening is not just about discovering new truths, but also about recognizing and transforming behavioral patterns that kept them trapped. Old traumas, limiting beliefs, and unresolved emotions must be faced with honesty and courage. Only by healing these internal wounds can the chosen fully align with their purpose. A central aspect of this process is the realization that true strength lies within. External distractions such as attachment to material possessions or the relentless pursuit of approval are replaced by a genuine desire for spiritual growth. The chosen learn to trust divine guidance, knowing there is a greater plan leading their lives. This internal transformation also reflects in how the chosen interact with the world. They become more compassionate, more aware, and more committed to living an authentic life. This commitment is not solely for their own benefit, but also to serve as an example to others. The spiritual awakening of the chosen is like a flame that ignites others, spreading light in a world often immersed in darkness. And you, where are you in your awakening process? Have you begun to look within and confront what needs transformation? Remember, awakening is not a destination, but a continuous journey filled with lessons and opportunities for growth. The chosen have a mission that goes far beyond their own lives, They are agents of transformation called to bring light and clarity in times of confusion and darkness. This mission is not imposed by an external authority, but arises as an inner calling, a certainty that there is something greater to be accomplished. The mission of the chosen begins with example. Their actions, choices, and behaviors become reflections of their spiritual values. They understand that the most powerful impact they can have is not in speeches or attempts to convince others, but in living authentically and in alignment with spiritual principles. This coherence between what they believe and what they do inspires others to question their own lives and start their journeys of awakening. One of the most challenging aspects of this mission is resisting the forces that attempt to divert their focus. In a world full of distractions, the chosen must maintain their connection with the divine and avoid getting lost in temptations or promises of easy comfort. This requires constant vigilance and a firm commitment to their mission. Additionally, the chosen play the role of guiding those who have not yet awakened. This does not mean forcing changes or imposing beliefs, but offering support and guidance to those ready to listen. They are like lighthouses in a stormy night, helping others find their way to safe harbor. This spiritual leadership requires patience, compassion, and the ability to understand the struggles faced by those still trapped in the illusions of the world. Another fundamental aspect of the mission of the chosen is working for collective transformation. They understand that they are not isolated, but part of a greater network where every action matters. Their individual choices affect the whole, creating ripples that spread and inspire changes on broader levels. This responsibility motivates them to act consciously, knowing their decisions can directly impact the future of humanity. Finally, the chosen ones recognize that their mission is not something that ends at a specific moment. It is a continuous journey of growth and service. They understand that as long as they are in this world, they will have constant opportunities to learn, evolve, and illuminate the path for others. This awareness keeps them humble and committed, knowing that every step taken toward the light contributes to the greater good. Have you ever thought about how your daily choices can impact the world around you? What if every action you take, no matter how small, has the power to inspire others to seek the light as well? This is the call that the chosen embrace every day. Are you willing to do the same? For the chosen ones, one of the greatest challenges is overcoming the traps of the material world. These traps are not only external, such as the relentless pursuit of wealth, power, or status, but also internal, like fear, pride, and doubt. These forces work quietly but effectively, trying to divert focus and weaken their spiritual mission. In today's world, it is easy to fall into the illusion that success and happiness are tied to what can be achieved on the physical plane. Society teaches us that a successful life is measured by material possessions, social recognition, or the number of accumulated achievements. But for the chosen, this limited view is precisely what must be deconstructed. The true challenge lies in discerning what is essential from what is superficial. The chosen learn to look beyond appearances and see the truth behind the empty promises the world offers. They understand that material things may bring temporary comfort, but cannot fill the void that only spiritual connection can satisfy. Overcoming these challenges requires discipline and self-awareness. It is not enough to resist external temptations. It is necessary to identify and heal the internal weaknesses that make these temptations so appealing. Traits such as attachment, envy, and insecurity must be confronted and transformed. This process is not easy, but it is essential for the chosen to live authentically and in alignment with their mission. Moreover, there is an important lesson in the journey of overcoming: balance. The chosen are not called to completely reject the material world, but to use it as a tool to fulfill their purpose. Resources, skills, and connections can and should be used to help spread light and inspire change. The key is not to be enslaved by these elements, but to use them with wisdom and intention. Overcoming the traps of the material world also means redirecting focus to what truly matters. For the chosen, this includes strengthening their spiritual connections, cultivating genuine relationships, and working to create a positive impact in the world. Every small decision they make, every step toward the light, contributes to a greater movement of collective transformation. Ask yourself, In which areas of your life do you feel the distractions of the material world taking control? What can you do today to start redirecting your energy toward what truly matters? The chosen are not defined by perfection, but by their willingness to recognize their limitations and continuously work to overcome them. For the chosen to fulfill their mission, spiritual preparation is fundamental. This is not about external training, but an internal process of transformation and strengthening. This preparation is essential for them to be ready to face the challenges that arise along the way, maintaining their connection to the divine and their clarity in the face of deceptive forces. The first step in this preparation is strengthening faith. For the chosen, faith is not blind, but is born from a deep experience with the spiritual. It is an internal certainty that a greater purpose guides their lives, even when they face moments of doubt or difficulty. This trust in the divine plan is what keeps them steadfast, regardless of external circumstances. Another crucial aspect is the practice of introspection. For the chosen, looking inward is a way to align with their essence and identify the areas that need work. During this process, they confront their own shadows, dealing with traumas, fears, and insecurities that may weaken them. It is a constant effort, but each step forward makes them more prepared to face external challenges. If you've made it this far, I have a gift for you. I have a list of videos made specifically for the chosen ones, ranging from basic knowledge to truths that have been hidden from humanity for years. You can find it in the description or the pinned comment. Continuing, the connection with the divine is also strengthened through daily practices such as meditation, prayer, or moments of deep reflection. These practices help the chosen maintain a clear mind and elevated energy, allowing them to stay attuned to their mission. Additionally, they protect them from negative influences that try to divert their attention and weaken their determination. The spiritual preparation of the chosen is not only individual, but also collective. They understand the importance of being in communion with other awakened souls, sharing experiences, learning, and mutual support. This network of connection strengthens each of them, creating a solid foundation to face transitional times. Together, they become an even more powerful force, capable of inspiring and transforming the world around them. Finally, spiritual preparation involves cultivating essential qualities such as patience, humility, and compassion. These virtues are not just lofty ideals, but practical tools that help the chosen navigate life's challenges with balance and wisdom. When they act with patience, they avoid hasty decisions. By remaining humble, they recognize there is always something to learn. And through compassion, they see beyond human flaws, helping others awaken without judgment. And you, how have you been preparing to face the challenges on your path? Are you cultivating your faith, working through your shadows, and strengthening your connection with the divine? This preparation is not a task to be postponed, but an urgent call for those who feel they have a greater role to play in this crucial moment. One of the fundamental pillars of the journey of the chosen is discernment. In a world saturated with information, contradictory influences, and constant distractions, the ability to distinguish between truth and falsehood becomes an indispensable skill. Without discernment, it is easy to be swayed by the illusions of the material world or the deceptive forces working to divert the awakened from their mission. Discernment begins with observation. The chosen learn to observe not only the world around them, but also their own thoughts and emotions. Often, deceptive forces do not act explicitly, but subtly, planting doubts, fears, or seemingly harmless justifications that lead away from the spiritual purpose. By cultivating awareness, the chosen become more attuned to these signals and better able to recognize moments when they are being influenced. Furthermore, discernment involves questioning. The chosen do not accept information or situations at face value. They ask, does this align with the truth? Does this choice contribute to my spiritual evolution, or does it take me away from it? This practice of questioning acts as a shield against external manipulations, allowing them to make conscious and well-founded decisions. Another important aspect of discernment is the connection with intuition. Intuition is not just a vague feeling or hunch, but a profound connection with the divine that offers clear and reliable guidance. For the chosen, trusting intuition is a way to navigate the uncertainties of the world and find answers in complex situations. This trust is built over time through practices that strengthen their connection to their inner essence. Discernment also helps the chosen avoid emotional traps. In a world marked by conflicts, polarizations, and intense feelings, it is easy to be carried away by emotions like anger, fear, or resentment. However, the chosen understand that these emotions, when unchecked, can obscure their vision and weaken their mission. With discernment, they learn to recognize and manage these emotions, responding to situations with balance and clarity. Finally, discernment is key to maintaining focus on the mission. The chosen cannot afford to waste time or energy on distractions or efforts that do not align with their purpose. They understand that every choice, every action contributes to a greater whole, and therefore prioritize what truly matters. And you, how are you developing your discernment? Are you questioning the influences around you, listening to your intuition, and staying focused on what is essential? Remember, discernment is a skill that can be improved daily and will make all the difference on your spiritual journey. The chosen face constant challenges on their journey, and one of the most important elements for overcoming these difficulties is resilience. Being resilient does not mean ignoring problems or suppressing emotions when facing obstacles, but rather finding strength in the spiritual connection to overcome any situation, learning and growing from each experience. Resilience is strengthened by understanding that challenges are inevitable. The chosen recognize that adversities are part of the spiritual evolution process. Every trial they face, whether a temptation, a moment of doubt, or a loss, is also an opportunity to grow stronger and reaffirm their mission. This perspective helps them approach difficulties more consciously and see them as part of the greater purpose that governs their lives. Another fundamental aspect of resilience is adaptability. The world is in constant change, and the chosen must be prepared to adjust to new circumstances without losing their essence or veering from their mission. This requires mental and emotional flexibility, as well as unwavering confidence that even in times of uncertainty, a divine plan is at work. Resilience also manifests in the ability to maintain faith amidst chaos. When everything around them seems to be in disorder, the chosen turn to their connection with the divine, finding the stability and strength needed to move forward. This trust in the presence of something greater helps them face even the most difficult moments with courage and determination. Moreover, the chosen cultivate resilience by practicing spiritual self-care. They understand that to resist deceptive forces and external adversities, they must be spiritually fortified. This includes setting aside time for meditation, prayer, or other practices that renew their energy and connect them to their inner essence. By taking care of themselves, they become more capable of caring for others and maintaining their light even in the darkest times. Lastly, the resilience of the chosen is nurtured by community. They know they are not alone on their journey, and that, by connecting with other awakened souls, they can find mutual support. These connections are a source of strength, inspiration, and learning, enabling them to face challenges collectively and feel part of something greater. And you, how are you dealing with the challenges that arise on your path? Are you seeing adversities as opportunities for growth? Are you nurturing your spiritual energy to maintain the strength and clarity you need? Resilience is built with every small act of overcoming, and you have the ability to develop it each day. Are you ready to take this step toward a stronger and more balanced life? Compassion is one of the most powerful pillars in the lives of the chosen. More than a feeling of empathy or pity, compassion is an active force capable of transforming not only those who practice it, but also the world around them. For the chosen, it is a direct expression of their connection with the divine, manifested through actions that promote healing, understanding, and unity. At the heart of compassion lies the ability to see beyond appearances. The chosen understand that behind negative attitudes or destructive behaviors lie stories of pain, fear, and confusion. Instead of judging, they seek to understand, knowing that this approach opens doors to true transformation. This perspective does not mean accepting what is wrong, but addressing problems with wisdom and an open heart. Compassion is also a means of combating deceptive forces. While these forces seek to divide, spread hatred, and promote selfishness, compassion builds bridges and unites people. The Chosen recognize that their mission is not just to resist evil, but also to create a positive impact by spreading love and care. By acting with compassion, they become agents of healing in a world often marked by pain. Practicing compassion is not always easy. The Chosen often encounter resistance, rejection, or even hostility when trying to help or illuminate the path for others. However, they understand that compassion does not depend on the other's response, but on the intention to act in accordance with divine principles. This unwavering commitment is what sets them apart and strengthens their mission. Moreover, compassion begins within. The Chosen understand the need to be kind to themselves, recognizing their limitations and mistakes without excessive self-blame. This self-acceptance is fundamental for them to act authentically and extend the same kindness to others. When they are at peace with themselves, their compassion becomes a natural force, radiating to everyone around them. Another essential aspect of compassion is its practical application. It is not limited to words or intentions, but manifests in concrete actions. Whether helping someone in need, offering emotional support, or simply listening without judgment, the Chosen transform their compassion into acts that make a difference. These actions, no matter how small they may seem, have a significant impact, demonstrating that the light of the divine can be seen in the simplest human interactions. And you, how have you been practicing compassion in your life? Are you seeing people more deeply, understanding their pain, and offering help when needed? And, more importantly, are you being compassionate with yourself? Remember, compassion is a force that grows as it is practiced, and it is one of the most powerful tools to transform the world around you. The journey of the Chosen begins within themselves. Before illuminating the path for others or resisting external forces, they must undergo a profound internal transformation. This process is essential to align their lives with spiritual principles and to prepare them for the responsibilities their mission demands. Transforming internally means, first and foremost, confronting one's own shadows. This includes recognizing patterns of thought, emotions, and behaviors that are not aligned with the light. Fear, pride, guilt, envy, all these feelings must be identified, accepted, and then overcome. It is not about denying or ignoring these aspects, but integrating them in a way that they cease to be obstacles and instead become opportunities for growth. This transformation also requires profound detachment. Detachment does not mean rejecting everything around you, but learning not to cling to the illusions of the material world. For the Chosen, this means letting go of the need for external validation, renouncing the desire for absolute control, and freeing themselves from the fear of losing what is transient. This detachment creates space for the divine essence to flourish and for true spiritual values to take center stage in their lives. Another crucial element of internal transformation is the practice of self-knowledge. The Chosen invest time in looking inward, understanding their motivations, and recognizing their virtues and weaknesses. They know that only by deeply knowing themselves can they avoid their own mistakes and act in alignment with their mission. Self-knowledge is like a lamp that illuminates the path, showing where adjustments need to be made and where there is potential for growth. Internal transformation also strengthens the Chosen's ability to connect with others. By working through their own wounds, they become more empathetic and understanding, capable of seeing others' pain without judgment. This genuine connection is an essential foundation for their mission, allowing them to touch the hearts of those who are still lost or confused. Finally, internal transformation leads to the manifestation of a more authentic life. The Chosen live according to their values and spiritual principles, creating a positive impact not only through their words, but also through their actions. Their lives become a living example that it is possible to overcome deceptive forces, find purpose, and live in alignment with the divine. And you, how are you caring for your internal transformation? Are you willing to look inward, face your shadows, and cultivate healthy detachment to make space for the divine in your life? Remember, every step on the internal journey reflects in the world around you. While each Chosen One's spiritual journey is unique and deeply personal, there is an essential collective component that cannot be overlooked: the unity among the awakened. The Chosen are not alone in their mission. They are part of a greater network, interconnected by a shared purpose of bringing light, balance, and transformation to the world. The unity of the chosen is like a beacon that grows brighter as other lights join in. Each individual brings their strength, wisdom, and unique experiences, enriching the collective purpose. This connection is more than just emotional support. It is a spiritual force that becomes more powerful when worked on together. An important aspect of this unity is the exchange of knowledge. The chosen share the lessons they've learned, the challenges they've overcome, and the spiritual tools that have helped them advance. This sharing creates a cycle of mutual growth, where every member contributes and at the same time benefits from the collective wisdom. Together, they become more resilient and better prepared to face the deceptive forces that seek to divide and weaken. Moreover, the unity of the chosen amplifies their ability to impact the world around them. While individuals can illuminate their own communities, groups of chosen ones working in harmony can create waves of transformation that reach much farther. This is especially crucial during times of transition, when negative forces are stronger and the need for light and guidance becomes more apparent. This unity, however, is not based on uniformity. The chosen understand that their differences, whether in perspectives, skills, or experiences, are a source of strength, not division. By respecting and valuing these differences, they build a solid foundation for collaboration and collective growth. Unity also serves as spiritual protection. In moments of doubt, the chosen can lean on one another, reminding each other of their purpose and strengthening their faith. This connection helps them overcome moments of weakness, renewing their energy to continue their journey. Finally, the unity of the chosen is a powerful reminder that they are not fighting only for themselves. Their mission is collective, and its impact extends far beyond their own lives. Every act of kindness, every conscious choice, and every effort to illuminate the path contributes to a global movement that elevates humanity as a whole. And you, have you sought connection with other awakened souls? Have you shared your journey and benefited from collective wisdom? Remember, spiritual work is most powerful when done in unity.